Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, my name is Jen, and today's nail stamping theme is going to be like Halloween kittens, but I haven't decided what I'm actually going to call it yet. So for the base color, I first applied fresh paint in Sophia, and I had picked this up from Five and Below years ago. And then I wanted some sparklies on top, so I used LA Colors in Mermaid Kisses. Okay, so the two kittens I'm going to be using are going to come from the Uber Chic plate Creepy Cute Kawaii, and I'm going to be using these two images here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up with Maniology's Acorn B498. And I do want to apologize that I have been MIA the past pretty much week as far as making videos. I've done a couple of posts and I will explain what's been going on. So for one thing, I was having to tend to making some phone calls and stuff and dealing with figuring out some insurance stuff for some medical things. And I got those extra pieces off camera. And I went to an appointment with my daughter. And I have been helping my son with one of his vehicles. He needed a second pair of hands, so I helped him as he needed help with that. And I had been having like daily headaches, and I'm typically not one to have them like that, every once in a while, but not like every day, and I've been having them every day. And I think I have pinpointed that to my a new medicine, and so I'm gonna try to like take it at a different time and see if that doesn't help with that. So real quick, I'm gonna jump to Maniology plate M012. I want to get these stars here for 3 of the nails. So I'm just going to stick with Acorn, I think. I was going to swap to straight up black, but I think I'm just going to keep this. And so I also started having, well, a couple things. So I'll just mention this one first. So I was having basically like my IBS flaring up, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and it is as it sounds, and it is not fun. So it'll cause me severe stomach cramping, like the kind that you're having just to lean over and breathe through it until it passes. It's very painful. I don't like that pickup. I want to redo that one. So I had already been having it, but I feel like the new medicine's kind of making it a pinch worse because it can cause a little bit of stomach issues as a side effect as well. And I had gotten to where I was able to not have to take my medicine for a long time, actually. So I may end up having to go back to it, but I'm trying to work through it if I can, because I don't like to have to take medicine, but if I have to, I have to. So that's been an ongoing situation. I'm gonna have to press this to get this to stretch across this entire nail. If not, I'll just have to add some more stars, and that's okay too. So then I had another situation that popped up suddenly, and it was to where I was feeling like I was having loss of breath. I felt like I could not completely breathe, and I checked you know, like you can get those over-the-counter oxygen things on your finger, and I checked my blood pressure, and everything looked fine, but I was just having the feeling that I can't breathe well. And of course I was worried, and I have horrible health anxiety, especially since my dad had passed away. It's gotten worse, so I'm thinking of the worst of the worst. Anyway, so I mentioned it to my mom just to kind of get her, ideas on it. And she said, well, I wonder if it's maybe something just like irritating your lungs, like if you're using anything around the house. And got to thinking, I was like, that could be a really good, a good point because, cleaners or whatever. I've always kind of had issues with being around certain things. So like if it was like somebody's barbecuing outside, that kind of smoke, I'll go into a coughing fit, or uh, certain smell goods, or certain chemicals, things like that. So I was like, well, maybe it is that. Because at first I thought, oh, it must be, maybe I'm having panic attacks, because I do have to deal with that. But my medicine was helping with that. So I don't really fully know what the issue was. I think I'm just going to double do this one instead. I don't like the way the other one turned out as much, so I'm just going to pick this up twice to complete this nail. But it was very uncomfortable. So anyway, my whole point is, thankfully, I do feel better today. Although I'm having to record late, I do apologize for that. It's just was tending to other things as well. So it has definitely put me back, and I'm hoping I can still get to all the Halloween manis, that I had planned and wanted to do. I'm going to do the best I can. But that is why a lot of times you'll see me, like, I will do a whole bunch of videos one week and then another week I'm not able to. And this is the reason I do that, really, because for some reason, I don't know why, but I will go through these random bouts of random health things that just randomly pop up, no explanation, and they will put me out for typically a week or two, sometimes longer. It just depends. They're always a different situation. Like, it's not one specific thing. It's random things. Anyway, so I do typically do as many videos when I can as I can, because I'm preparing for these types of situations. But instead of like spreading them out, I just like put them up all at once, and I guess I should spread them out. Anyway, I apologize. That's where I've been. Long rant. Okay, so let's jump to this one here. It's got some stars, and I want to put it on the other two nails, basically like a French tip. Now, a lot of times I tend to pause during part of this, but I wanted to explain to you where I've been, so I just left you unpaused to do so I could tell you all the things. I was trying to decide, oh no, the nail's coming off. I was trying to decide if I want to do it like this or I want to fill it in where it has those open areas. I think I might fill it in actually in a minute. So I'm going to do that on this nail as well and be right back. Okay, so I did go ahead and fill those in just a little bit on the ends. And now we'll go into the reverse stamping portion. Okay, so I repicked it up because there was something I didn't like about the other one. It was kind of like not as opaque as I wanted. So I'm going to use Candy Mayo 934 for the inner ear area. So when I was growing up, I had issues with getting bronchitis every year, and I'd get it real bad. And I still, into adulthood, typically once a year would get it. I think this year was the only year I haven't. Don't know why. Thankful for that. And when I was in high school or junior high doing athletics, I would have issues with it. I never was diagnosed with asthma, but it was like kind of like a bronchial irritation, and I did use an inhaler for a bit during that time, and I had some kind of crazy breathing issues when I was in my 20s for a while. So anyway, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully everything's alright. And I know that's a whole rant you friends didn't ask for. I do apologize. Okay, so for the buckle on the hat, I'm trying to see, is this fur or is this something on the kittens? Let me get this little thing over here. Sometimes looking at that can help me. Maybe it is the fur. I don't know what it is. So, did I already tell y'all that? Paparazzi, be optimistic. And I'm going to do that for both of their buckles. And, excuse me, for their eye area, I'm going to go to Candy Moyo 938 for just to do the inside. Guys, listen, now I'm like acting like I don't even know what I'm doing. It's so weird whenever you go from filming a lot to not filming, then it's almost like you feel so awkward, almost like starting all over again. I'll get it together here in a minute. This one's so tiny. Those eyes are big eyes. These are little bitty eyes. Okay, I've actually decided for this portion of the kitten, I'm gonna do that in the off-white as well. And it really does bother me when I'm not able to film, because y'all's my friends, and this is the one thing I enjoy doing. And I say that because if you're new here, I've been open about mental health on my channel, and I am one of those that struggle. You know, it might be kind of cute to also do the little feet in that color. I think I'm going to do that as well. And I was doing some mental health check-ins with a few friends, just seeing how everybody's doing and talking about my own stuff. And I haven't done that in a minute. Well, because of a few different things. And I thought about doing that soon, if you're interested. If you're not interested, then, you know, that's the thing too. I don't ever know, because I realize this is technically a nail channel, but that's also a way for you to get to know me better. I'm going to go to Sally Hansen and Central Bark 616 for the rest of the kitten. And I was like, well, you know, you could just do a second channel, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, because I only talk about it sometimes. I don't really need another channel for it, but I always feel like, well, they may not want to listen to all that. And of course, you don't have to watch if you're not interested. I get that. But I think those things are important to discuss. But again, it helps you to get to know me on a different level than just nails as well. So I like to kind of keep everything on one channel, because I was also doing a little bit of vlogging here and there, and that stopped as well. Just different life things and not knowing if I should keep doing it, things like that. So anyway, thought about doing kind of an update on everything, but we will see how it goes. But if you are interested, you can certainly let me know. And again, I realize if you're interested, you'd watch, and if you're not, you just won't watch. And I get that, and that's okay. Some people would be like, oh, I thought this was a nail channel and you're doing the other things. I know. Sometimes it's hard to decide what to do. So this is that color, or one of the colors that is watery. So I have to really work with this one. Again, I like this color itself, but it's the formula of it. It's just kind of difficult sometimes. So I'm going to go back over that face area because I can see through it. So I wanted it to be almost like a black cat, but not actually black, because then you won't see the color I used for the outline. So I chose to go with the dark brown. So hopefully it'll still show up. Okay, for the stem of both the pumpkins, I'm going to go to Candy Mayo 961. Also, if you're new here and you're wondering, because you don't know, I am 41, and I just love nail art, mostly nail stamping and nail polish colors, and I want all the colors, and I am an old soul. I've never, I don't know, I've always been an old soul. So I probably sound like I'm 100 years old sometimes, but I'm actually not. Okay, for the pumpkin, I'm going to go to Candy Mayo 957. Also, friends, I'll tell you something else that happened to me the other day. Oh, goodness. So, first of all, my dad, bless his heart, he always struggled with choking. Like, he was very easily choked. Like on when he would drink something or whatever. So, that's kind of one of the crazy things I feel like he passed he passed down, because I feel like me and my younger brothers kind of have it, and actually sometimes my kids, especially my daughter, it's crazy. But I was taking a drink the other day, barely got anything down, it just went down wrong, and oh my goodness, that wasn't fun. I think I'm gonna do the other pumpkin with that one too. And yeah, it was not a great time. I was really having a hard time. I know I keep repeating that, but I'm trying to not have to go, not go into detail. I mean, I was okay, but it took me a while to be alright. Good grief. So I'm sure that sure hadn't helped things with not feeling great. I don't know, maybe I'll have something fun that I can share with you guys soon instead of all this bad stuff. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use that color for the strap area on the hat of this one. So basically, instead of Negative Nancy, you can call me Negative Jenny. So when I was growing up, my family typically called me Jenny. And then over the years it turned into Jen. Because if you did not know, I mean, it's not hard to figure out. I'm sure you figured it already. My name is Jennifer. But friends or family always called me Jenny or Jen. And of course, Jen is just much shorter to go by on here instead of my full name. Okay, I couldn't decide what color to do the hat. I think I've decided I'm going to go ahead with purple and do LA Colors and Culture. Also, if you missed the post, Maniology's Christmas box is going to be coming out on is it the 21st? I think it's the 21st. I posted it. I'll have to look back to be for certain, but if you're interested in that, be on the lookout. And you can use somebody's 10% off code if you're interested, and I do have one, and I always list it in the description box and typically leave it at the end of the video. And then they also had some new plate releases today, and there's typically a couple of ladies that get the box, the Christmas box, or the Halloween box, but of course that's past, they get it free to be able to show it as a spoiler. If you're interested, be on the lookout for those on YouTube. Okay, this color is not wanting to get on there good. Let me try this again. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit more. And the two ladies I know of are Guyleen and Zen Stamping, both here on YouTube. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want the Christmas box. Maybe one day, friends. Okay, this one's done. So once you place the items, any little pieces you see that you feel like you can see through, it'll basically, when it's placed, it just kind of basically makes it more covered, so you won't be able to see through it. Okay, so this one, let's go ahead and, so his hat is colored in except this upper portion. I'm going to touch that piece up, but for its little strap on its hat, let's go ahead and do the purple for the strap, just so there's not two completely different colors for that, so they won't look too off. Plus, I'm wanting it to work okay with the pink background. So I feel like with this kitten, it doesn't have like the place for two tones like this one did. It seemed like it had two separate areas of fur, technically, to color in two tones. So this one, I feel like because the hat is a dark hat. Oh, I think I missed a piece. I gotta fix that right there. So I'll do that in a minute. But I think since the hat's dark, I need to go with a lighter tone for the rest of the kitten. So to keep that kind of a somewhat of a match, we'll go with that same color I put for that portion of the fur here on this one. So I haven't talked this long in a minute. So now my throat's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's like agitated now. I'm typically a very quiet person. Unless, like, with my family, like, 'cause if I'm comfortable around somebody, then I act silly and I do talk. But I haven't been too much, I guess. Not this much at one time. Typically everybody's busy doing something. And I know, like, we're so close to the end of October, I'm hoping I have time to do all the things I wanted to do. If not, I'm definitely gonna have to just jump into the ones I really want to get done. And I notice and apologize that I haven't done the birth month mani yet. I was just thinking about that recently. I'm kind of honestly a little bit blank on what I want to do. Last month I did the birth month flowers, and before that I was just doing like the birthday cake celebration sort of thing. I don't know what I want to do, and now I'm behind on everything. So we'll hopefully get that up soon. Do apologize. Okay, I'll look at this one. And other than my talking, this look will be like, it would be a super quick, easy look. It's just this has been talking too much. Okay, so to apply the stamped images, I'm still using my LA Colors top coat. Wait till it gets tacky and apply the images. Also, I've noticed it's been taking longer for my videos to upload than it used to, and I heard somebody else mention the same thing. Don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's just because YouTube is so saturated, but that does make it take longer to get up. Okay. And the other one will already be ready, because I did go ahead and do these at the same time, because with the clear coat or top coat you can do so, but if you are using a matte top coat to place your image, you'll want to do one at a time because it dries so super fast. Okay, so again, it wouldn't take you long to do this because you wouldn't be talking like sis was. So I really just wanted something simple but cute. And originally I thought to do a more classic Halloween look as far as the background, but then I was like, I know I'm going to have some, hopefully be able to get to everything and do different ones. So I was like, well, this one could be a bit different. And I wanted the sparkle, the glitter in the background. I just thought would be like a cute addition. And therefore the rest of the stamped images are just a cream color. And I just thought the stars would be a cute added kind of Halloween look. Like stars can be for anything, but instead like hearts or something like that, you know what I mean? I just thought that would be a better addition. So thank you so very much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it as always, and I'll list the names of the plates and stamping polishes I used in the description box. And until the next one, much love and many blessings to you, friends. Bye.